Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Supreme Kami here. So, in today's video, I want to be discussing about the Akatsuki over here. So, currently within this week and next week, we are able to obtain coins where you can exchange to summon for the Akatsuki over here. So, I have completed this suit way back. I would say the last time this came around. So reason being I want to review this guy over here because we did have an alteration for this guy over here. And the alteration is going to be really important for next week arena. So let me update this over here. So we'll actually go to the notice page and then go over to the alteration page right after that. Just to tell you guys why this Akatsuki came out. The alteration came out on a really good timing. Then it's kind of them pushing us to kind of alter this guy if needed. So if you guys take a look at the preview for the time number 79 Arena 1v1 over here. So this one, if you guys take a look, don't forget to what is that? Don't forget your sunscreen because this time Arena build bonus is gonna be beam resistant over here. So build bonus beam resistant means a portion of your gunplay beam resistant will be added towards your gun to your battle assessment score over here. So if you guys have a really high beam resistance, that will kind of place you on the upper echelon. Even if you don't do like for example phenomenal damage, just because you fit the build bonuses, you will be able to obtain a fairly high multiplier. So we're gonna go over to the alteration and tell and just explain why. So this is a good way for me just to kind of do like review for this one as well, whether or not to like alterate it. So I would say even after the alteration, a lot of the parts are not really too suboptimal to like place into your main build. But for this one, for the arena specifically, we're gonna take a look at this into this over here. So in terms of the head over here, the shot attack on base is too low, only coming in at 85k 8.5k over here, and you also have an EXQ over here. So this would kind of nullify its I would say its usability. But look at that beam resistance over there, 3k. Are you kidding me? 3k is really good, because let me show you over here. Because why is 3k good? Because if I filter out my parts, let's quickly do head, and we're gonna do beam resistant. Like the highest currently on my box is amazing reward, only 1014. Like this is what I have. Like, what? That is like twice as much. So that is why Akatsuki is a unit you want to alterate in a way. So this one we do have 9 parts. So let's just quickly go over the other 8 parts just to see the other. Wow, 4K beam resistant. What? Are you kidding me? But all the others that are obviously like suboptimal, like no good shot attack on this guy over here. So I would say that Akatsuki is more of a like a balance type over here. You have a mix of like some melee and EXQ move over there. In terms of the word tag over here, you are looking at Gundam type, which is more towards a shot build, obviously. As for base, it's just one of those 4 tags that you can run on any build, not specific to like melee or shot. So in terms of this one over there, you're gonna have to subslot something just to get rid of that. For base over there, I would say Gundam type is another one, not too for me personally. I know a lot of people still do run Gundam type, so that is gonna be a plus in there if you're gonna subslot something. So chest is really high as well. So let's take a look at the arm over here. 3k, a little bit less, but the stat is a little bit more evenly distributed. You have some. Wow, look at that melee attack is yeah, you're not gonna be using that at all. And then for the shot attack, you're looking at 28k, which is not good at all. The shot defense is up there, 5k, but even if you do the change gear, that will round up to about 1,000 or so. So that is not good at all. With the portrait over here, let's see. When attacking with beam, special shot power boosted by 30%. So this is I wouldn't say this is useless. So this is when you do like those special beam charges. So this only activates when you have mid or long pilot, mid shooter and long shooter. So those are only geared towards those two pilots over there. So these are like when you hold down to like the shoot buttons, it's gonna do like a little bit of a longer charge. That's how the special attack comes around. Normally those take a little too long, so I don't know if a lot of people actually do those special, like those special shooting um, things over there. But the second portrait is not too good actually, not good at all. Because if you read this over here, when armor is 80% or less, shooting power boosted by 35%. So for example, if you hop into like a match, unless you took damage from like your unit cost over exceeding that 3,000 or however what is the upper limit right now, then you are coming in at 75% health, then this will activate. But normally when you come in at full health, this whole thing is basically useless over here. So I don't know why they put like a restriction over here, so that's unfortunate over there. But nonetheless, it's still a good arm to alterate just for this over here. But if but this will be, I would say, just to prepare this for one arena is too costly. Something not really recommended. That I would say. In terms of the leg over here, not too bad. Not too bad, right? Coming in at 3K beam resistant over here. My gosh. In terms of the EX skill, this is the experimental Dream Beam Saber. So it's just one of those regular generic Beam Saber slashes, so not anything exciting. So this one, you don't really have to alt. So this predicated if anyone wants to go like all ham into like the next week arena, because by no means this is something cheap to do, right? Upgrading all these 8 parts is gonna cost you at least 5 million per part, so this would cost you about 4 million in total. Not to mention like all those upgrading that need to place into it, right? So this is I would say an expensive project over here. But I just want to take this opportunity to just kind of go over the parts, whether or not anyone would like to alterate any of these parts or planning into, right? So this one, the high energy beam cannon, is pretty good after alteration. B plus pierce and power, not too bad. Maybe something useful. I will say I will alterate it myself, so I will kind of test out the damage, like the output in a way. So hopefully this gives me a good result overall. In terms of the tag, Gundam tag, and for Tundra, not going to be anything impressive over here at the slightest. So that's unfortunate. So the Beam Saber over here. Wow, even the Beam Saber has some pretty high defenses. Beam resistant and wow. In terms of the portrait over here, when mid shooter job grade increased by 17%, not too bad, but it's not something that is commonly used in a way. So for the second portrait, after 20 seconds has elapsed, EXQ power boosted by 35%. So this one is good. This one is suitable for like the longer events. So for any shorter events, I would say for like even for battle circuit or arena, those are absolutely not. No, for battle circuit it's good, but for arena, these are just a plain no-no. So this one is more suitable for like a longer type event. But even longer type event, I think elapsing 20 seconds is a little bit too much, right? That's a little bit too much. So probably not something really good to pick up at all. You do have some pretty decently tagged on Gundam side at high mobility, not too shabby, right? That it is something definitely workable. But like I said, definitely you wouldn't run this normally unless for this specific circumstances of the battle circuit, not the battle circuit arena. In terms of the I would say this is the only part I would highly recommend to archery, because if you take a look, initial EXP charge boosted by 20% non-conditional, so you can slap this on any build without any hindrance and whatnot. But like I said, there are tons of better initial EXP charged portrait in many of the parts we have seen. So this is not something, if this is something in dire need, just because you want something with zero restriction, yeah, go for it. This one is good as well over here. But in terms of the second portrait, like I stated many times already, crits at this game in today's meta is not something too relevant. So this one might not be into, might not come into full effect, if that makes kind of makes sense over here. So in terms of the shield over here, what are we looking at? I mean, like the beam resistant is I think there are some better shield besides this one that has a higher beam resistant over here. So this one may be a skip. This one is strictly for like defenses purposes. Enemy shooting power reduced by 30%, so not too bad. And then another crit where you have high mobility. Crits are kind of dead in a way, so not that they don't activate, but like these doesn't really help out too much anyway. So overall, I would say if you guys want to do really good for the next week arena, I would say at least alter a few of these part over here. But if you guys are just kind of casual arena player, there's no need to alter this one because this is more for like the more seasonal fighters that want to go all ham and just trying to get the best score as high of a score as possible. But we will kind of see. Let me see if I have enough ticket to do some Akatsuki summons as well, just to give you guys a better idea of like what kind of parts you could be getting. The Akatsuki coin, I am one shy, so let me see if I can do more. So alright, here's the catch. Because this over here, this is expensive as well. Just to get the alteration tool, you need 20, so you will need about 100 or so, which is a lot. Trying to get 100 of these Akatsuki coin is like crazy, right? So you do have one more week to get it, but next week the next week arena does start on that Sunday, so you kind of have to kind of prep into it. So I would say this is expensive as well, but let me see if I can kind of form up some Akatsuki coin right on camera right now, just to show you guys what kind of drop rate we're looking at. I would say the drop rate is kind of terrible, even with full on boost like I have over here. We're gonna go on to the EX, the extreme stage, obviously. So I have drop rate 2000%, earn point 300. So we're gonna just do a bunch of skipperonis and trying to get that last tickets, right? Um, all the Koski ports I have currently are not at base level 1. They are in somewhat I have fat many dupes into it already, so we got 1, 2, 3. Not too bad, right? But we have to get 22 to get that alteration tool. My gosh, it's gonna be a lot of work. So I would say a lot of work. This one I got only 2. Yeah, you can tell just how bad the drop rate is. Imagine without the boost. Like I cannot imagine how annoying it will be just trying to get those Akatsuki coin without any boost, right? Alright, this is just one, so this is a pretty bad run in a way. Let me continue skipping through it just to hopefully get it. I need 10 right now, just because I'm one shy. Can I get some drop, please? Please, pretty please. I am trying to do one full multi summon just to show you guys like what kind of parts we can like this to drop rate, right? No? Are you kidding me? What is my drop rate at, dude? Dude, this is not cool. Definitely not cool over here. So I'm not gonna bother skipping through it on camera, so I'm gonna skip back to the point where I have enough tickets. Alright, so we are at the summon page that was able to form up 10, so I can exchange with 1 coin to exchange for it. So in a way, I would say Akatsuki is not something you will run in your main build. It's more of like a trophy kind of thing, because Akatsuki Gundam doesn't come back too often in a way. Usually comes back around like during big celebration. Like the last time that came around, I want to say, if I'm not mistaken, maybe Christmas time. I may have been mistaken, but long story short, it's not something that is meant to like, oh, I have to get it because like the part isn't that good, right? A lot of those part, even alteration, is not on par with what we kind of have. So if you guys cannot get it, don't worry about it. Just because this week you have the arena boost, or next week, it doesn't mean like I have to get it, right? But this is just letting you guys know and just me trying to do like a review for it. So let's hop into one full multi summon over here. So it is just all 10 parts over here, 11.11111% over here. So let's see what kind of part we can be expecting to get over here. Let's see. What are we getting? We got some shield, chest head, more chest. Alright. That's pretty good. Actually not too bad of a drop, so I can feed in, maybe? Where do we have a Koski save? Oh, I actually put it on my skin. So, alright. So I need to do... So, alright. So this gives you a better idea of like what kind of level we are looking at already. So the backpack is looking at level 5 already. So, and then that is at least 6 dupes in. No, 5 dupes in. And then the chest, the awakening, that is looking at around same amount, so around 5 copies already. The leg is looking at 4 copies as well. So I have invested just a little bit towards it already. So I would say overall, the Akatsuki isn't something like I said, right? Not something you have to kind of go for. It would be great just kind of trying to complete, but if you can't complete it, just due to the fact you can't get enough of those Akatsuki coins, don't worry about it because they will always come back and make I would say major celebration over here. So with that being said, this is just a quick brief overview for the Akatsuki Gundam over here. The alteration, I would say not too good overall, but the beam resistance is high tier, really good. So it will be pretty helpful for the next week's arena over here. So with that being said, hopefully you guys do enjoy this video over here, and then I will catch you guys on the next one.